1979. Sheriff Dentler arrives at the scene of a horrific crime. There is a corpse covered up in the front of the house, and blood splattered all over the front porch. As Dentler goes inside, the deputy tells him to go inside the house to see something particularly gruesome, and Dentler is left stunned. A whole day earlier, aspiring starlet Maxine Minks is getting ready to go down to Houston, TX, to shoot an adult film, The Farmer's Daughter. Her boyfriend, executive producer Wayne, brings her along with the rest of the crew. Writer/director RJ, his girlfriend, and sound operator Lorraine, and actors/couple Bobby Lynn and Jackson. The crew arrives at the farmhouse where they are set to shoot the film. Wayne goes to talk to the owner, Howard, who greets him with a rifle pointed at him. Wayne has to remind Howard that they spoke the other night about renting his place out. But once Howard notices the rest of the crew, he makes it clear that he does not like or trust any of them. While Maxine gets out of the van, she notices Howard's wife, Pearl, watching her from the window. Before filming begins, Maxine meets Pearl, who appears to try and make a pass at her. Pearl talks about her age and laments how she and Howard have not been intimate for a while. The crew gathers in the farmhouse, where they start to shoot their first scene with Jackson and Bobby Lynn. That night, Lorraine tells RJ she wants a part in the movie, but he refuses because he don't like anyone to touch her. But the others agree to allow Lorraine to have a part, as she wants to actually be part of the film and not just recording sound. RJ goes to take a shower where he cries over it. RJ begins to drive away to spitefully leave everyone behind, but he stops when he sees Pearl standing in the road. He tries to help her back into the house, but when she attempts to come on to him, he rebuffs her. RJ continues to try to help, but Pearl stabs him in the neck and then repeatedly stabs him until he is dead, spraying the headlights with blood. Meanwhile, Wayne goes to look for RJ in the farmhouse and ends up stepping on a nail while barefoot. He then hears something and looks through a hole in the wall, and Pearl impales him through the eye with a pitchfork, killing him.
Lorraine gets up to go look for RJ, while Howard says that Pearl is missing. Lorraine goes into their house to look, but ends up getting locked in the cellar by Howard. As she wanders, she turns around to find a man's nude corpse hanging. She screams and begins trying to break out. Howard gets Jackson to get up and help look for Pearl. They walk by the lake, where Jackson sees a car underwater. He turns around to find Howard saying he knows what Pearl has been up to, and then blasts Jackson in the chest with his shotgun, his corpse falling into the water. Pearl climbs into bed with Maxine. Maxine turns around and sees Pearl, causing her to scream. Bobby Lynn overhears and tries to help Maxine. She sees Pearl running out of the house and follows her to the lake. Bobby Lynn tries to help Pearl back into the house, but Pearl calls her a whore and then pushes her into the lake, where she is eaten by an alligator. Lorraine gets an axe and tries to break through the door to escape, but she is caught by Howard, who slams her fingers with his own axe and severs one of them. Maxine hides in the couple's room under their bed when they come in. They talk about the murders. Maxine sneaks out and tries to go to the van, only to find the keys missing, but she sees RJ's corpse. Maxine runs to the cellar to free Lorraine. While she tries to get them out, Lorraine blames Maxine for everything that has happened. Lorraine begins to run out of the house, only to get shot in the face by Howard. As he tries to drag her body inside, Lorraine lets out a dying cough, which startles Howard and causes him to suffer a fatal heart attack. Maxine gets the van keys and aims her gun at Pearl as the TV plays a video of a preacher, with Maxine saying, "I will have the life I deserve," just as the preacher does. Unfortunately, Maxine finds that the gun is unloaded. Pearl fires the shotgun at Maxine and misses, and the recoil is strong enough to blast her out of the house, where she breaks her hip. Pearl asks for Maxine's help, and she refuses. Maxine gets into the van as Pearl calls her a whore, and Maxine runs over Pearl's head twice, causing it to burst. The following day, Dentler and the other officers arrive. The video of the preacher keeps playing, and it is revealed that Maxine is his daughter, and he is searching for her.